and welcome back to Pip Explores. This week I'm doing my personal review of Meli wraps.
Well, you ain't got no money.
So if you've never heard of Meli wraps before, I'm going to be diving in on what they are, how to use them, and then what I thought of the product. I did receive these Meli wraps for free from the company, as well as a discount code that I'm going to be sharing with you guys at the end in case you want to get your hands on some. So let's dive in. Meli wraps in general are beeswax wraps, and you can actually get these a ton of different places. The idea is that it is a piece of cotton fabric that is then coated in a beeswax mixture so that you can use it to replace any plastic wraps or plastic baggies that you might be using to keep your food covered in your fridge. So that's basically what this is. So Meli wraps actually come in 3 sizes. So this is their small wrap, and it is 7 by 7. This is their medium wrap, and it's 10 by 10. And then this is their large wrap, which is 10 by 16. Meli wraps also, they just come in the cutest patterns, and you get to pick which patterns you like. So if you're like me and you love sharks and you only want shark things, you can get a whole set in just the shark print. And then we're going to talk about price. So obviously these are different sizes, so they range in price. So the small is going to come in at $7, and then they go up until you get the variety pack, which is one of each size, and that's going to be $24. So it really just depends what you're looking for. You can get only smalls, only larges, you can get a variety pack, but it's just going to depend. It's going to range somewhere between $7 and $24. So Meli wraps are made of GOTS certified organic cotton, beeswax, tree resin, and plant oil. So it's not just a beeswax wrap. They have a specialized mixture that they created that they use to coat the cotton fabric. Meli wraps was also started in Hawaii by 2 women, and they have since grown so much that they've moved production to Bend, Oregon, but they are still owned and operated in the United States. Now let's talk about how to use one of these. So I'm just going to use my small one, and we are demonstrating on this candle because I have it. So let's say that this is a container of food or something and you don't know where your lid is, so we need to pull out a Meli wrap to cover up our container. So all you're going to do is place your Meli wrap on top, and then using your hands, apply pressure and just push down. When I have a circle, I kind of go around the circle so that it stays, and that's all you have to do. You guys can see I'm not holding my Meli wrap, but I can turn this upside down. It doesn't just kind of flop off. It's stuck both to the glass and it has a firm seal. And so that's all you have to do. Now you put this in the fridge, let it sit, bring it out, and whenever you're ready to take it off, just grab your Meli wrap and it comes right off. Now it's important to note this doesn't leave any residue on your container, which is super, super important because getting wax off of glass would be horrible. Now once you're done, you should definitely wash it just like you'd wash any container lid, but we do not want to use hot water on our Meli wraps because it is wax coated. Hot water could cause your wax to move or melt, and that's not what we want. So we're going to use cool water and soap, wash it, let it air dry, and it's ready for your next use. So how do Meli wraps hold up against other types of beeswax wraps? Let's talk about this. So a few years ago, when I was really getting into being more sustainable and cutting out disposable plastics and things like that in my life, I started looking into beeswax wraps. And I had heard of Meli wraps, but to be honest, they were a little expensive for me. So I looked on Amazon and found something that functionally I thought was very similar. So my other wraps came in and I tried to use them. Now you guys saw how easy that was for me to put that wrap on. These ones were not that easy. They were a lot stiffer and they required a lot more heat from my hands to fold them. I never really got the hang of those wraps because I have pretty cold hands. So I wasn't able to mold them or get it to stick to itself like it was supposed to. So I put them in my kitchen drawer and resigned myself to just finding lids every time because I wasn't going to be able to use this wrap. And I figured it was just, oh, my hands aren't warm enough. That's why I can't use these. I'll never be able to use a beeswax wrap. Well, then I found Meli wraps. And I don't really know what the difference in those two is. I'm assuming it's because Meli wraps aren't just beeswax, they're beeswax and all those other good things that they use to make the mixture that's on the wrap. But whatever it was, Meli wraps I can actually mold. I can actually use them. I can put them on cold fruit and it works. I can put them on random candles that I found in my guest room and it works. So, in my opinion, Meli wraps are better than those cheap wraps you're getting off of Amazon, and they're a lot easier to use and mold, especially if you, like me, have pretty chilly hands. Meli wraps also are designed to last you a full year. So if you think about it, plastic wrap, you usually use a piece for a few days. When you're done, you toss it and then you use another piece for a few days. Since these are reusable, they're going to last you a lot longer and it's going to be overall better for the environment. Now I do have a little bit of beef, but it's nothing too crazy. My little bit of beef is I wish the big one was bigger. If you have a standard casserole dish, mine is 9x13, it is a struggle to get that 10-inch by 16 wrap over the sides. So that is the only thing that I do wish. I do wish there was a bigger big one just for my bigger casserole dishes. But other than that, they are absolutely fantastic. I personally love the smell of beeswax, and they have a little bit, not like a super strong, but you can tell that they're coated in beeswax kind of scent, and they don't leave any residue on your glassware. They're reusable, they're super easy to use, and they're functional, so I can't talk about them enough. And if you are looking for some other products made by Meli wraps that aren't just the wraps, they also make silverware sets that you can use to carry around so you don't have to use disposable silverware at restaurants, as well as organic cotton masks that personally I think fit a lot better than the ones I tried to make myself. Now if you've made it this long, you've earned the discount code, so if you're looking to grab some Meli wraps silverware or masks for yourself, make sure you head over to meliwraps.com, that's MELIWRAPS.com, and use code Kentucky25 at checkout, and that's going to give you 25% off. So make sure you go do that. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Pip Explores. Don't forget to check out our website, pipexplores.com, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.